Good afternoon, our online viewers, and welcome to this online session where we are unpacking the topic on love, loss, and healing. My name is Sylvia Okwara, and I'm a clinical psychologist at HealthX Africa. With me here, my colleague, he's going to introduce himself.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. To our online viewers, good afternoon. On today, my name is Paul Dumo, and I'm a sign language interpreter. Welcome to our today's live session, and thank you.
Yeah, so today we are talking about love. February is a month of love. And when you talk about love, for some people, love can bring different feelings. It can bring mixed feeling. Let me start by saying that love is a normal emotion, just like any other emotion that a person can have. It's characterized by feeling of attraction, affection, and even concern for other people. It's okay to be loved. It's okay to love other people. Yeah, so those are just normal things. So Paul here, I don't know if you have ever fallen in love or people have loved you. I don't know what feelings that brought.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia. I think when you talk of love, I think it has got different meanings, and that is in regards to a person. It might be like the mutual affection towards each other, yeah. And the way some people do say, like there is that feeling, how you feel the inside of you, yeah. Yeah. So for me, I've been loved, I've ever loved, yeah. And I would say it's a nice experience for everyone to get or indulge with. And you'll realize that there are so many things that you'll find doing while you're in love or while you're being loved, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And to our online viewers, just to assure you that this is a safe space. And remember, when we are talking about love, this is more personal, and everyone has their own experiences. And sometimes it's just good when we share some of these experiences because some might be good, some may not be good. Generally, human beings are wired to connect with others. Human beings are social beings, and it's okay to connect with other people. There's actually a high correlation between social connection and mental well-being. As a psychologist, I've seen people, who have different problems like depression, but because of good social connection, you find that that is able to ensure that their depressive symptoms goes down. So when we are connected well, when we have good relationship with people, it can become a protective factor, for us and for our mental well-being. But again, relationship or even certain connection can also be a source of stress. It can be a source of mental problem. In my line of work, I've handled many couples, I've handled people in relationship. And I remember one particular time, a client who came to me and told me that, Sylvia, since I got into a certain relationship, I've been always having panic attack. I've always been struggling with anxiety. Yeah. And maybe that could be because of the dynamic of that connection. So there's a very high correlation between relationship and mental well-being. So relationship can actually help us. It can boost our mental well-being, but relationship can also be a cause of mental problem. And that's why it is also very important we also look at ourselves, because again, we cannot say that we don't want to connect with people, because that is also not good. As I said, human beings, we are social beings. So if you have any question, kindly just feel free to ask. Just feel free to share your experience, and we are here to just, answer those questions and also to connect with you. Paul, I don't know if you have any question on relationship, any experience that you'll want me to answer.
Okay, so thank you, Sylvia. This is a nice session today. We get to unpack different things and different misconceptions that people do have. So yes, I do have some questions, and for experience, I would say that it was such an awesome experience on my side until you find it's not, yeah? So that's the case. So in regards to the questions, I think love and mental well-being go in hand, because I think you need to know how to love someone so that you yourself, you have to give that virtue of love to someone else. Like, how do you, like, what do you do? Like, how do you react to different environments? Yeah, yeah. With people, when people get into love, these are two people with different characters and abilities. Yeah. So you see these characters and abilities, they need to match so that there ought not to be that a misunderstanding in between you two. Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for that. So maybe if I can just say something on that. Love and mental well-being. In fact, there's a science behind love. When we fall in love, the reward system within our brain is activated.
Yeah.
When we fall in love, the reward system within our brain is activated. And when this system is activated, of course, there's the dopamine hormone that is released, and it helps us to feel good, feel happy. Yeah, so, and you find that people will always look forward to doing what? To just, loving people, or maybe being loved. And in this case, I'm not just talking about romantic love. It just cuts across, whether it is friendship love, whether it is familial love. So you find that when we love, when people love us, there's something within our brain that is activated. And we always find ourselves that we are looking forward to that.
Okay.
It is just the same as the way someone might take certain psychoactive drugs and they feel some sort of high, and they always want to do that. So the same also to love. Sometimes love can also be addictive, and we are going to realize that that aspect that is normally activated is normally what brings problem, especially when love doesn't work, because you can see there's that excitement. Now you can imagine if it is not working, then what happens? There's pain.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and remember, there's a very thin line between love and pain. There's a very thin line between love and pain. When you feel pain because of someone, most of the time it will be someone that you love, not someone that you don't love. Yeah, and you find that for people who have fallen out of love, or maybe for people who have been heartbroken, so you find that pain will actually be too intense. So it's a very, very thin line between that, and that should not actually make us to fear falling in love, because remember, even with love, you have to activate it. Love has to do what? Love has to grow. Yeah, and of course, when we meet people, we are going to realize that we are meeting people of different personalities, and they'll come with different expectation. And sometimes some of those things now can also influence how we'll continue to grow in that love, or even how we are going to do what, maybe how that love is going to go down. So it is something that is good, but at the same time, it's an area that we also need to ensure that we are able to nurture, so that we can also get satisfied in that. Yeah, so.
Okay, so one of the questions that I do have today, you see, this generation of ours, there's different lots of things that get to happen. There's what we call situationship. There's what we call relationship. Then there's that the dating period in it. So like what are your thoughts about situationship?
Yes, situationship.
Yeah.
Is it a space where there's no commitment?
Yeah, sure.
Why will we call it situationship? Because you don't want to be hurt. I normally hear people talk about being in situationship, and it looks like it's something that may not bring commitment, and it may not bring as much heartbreak as maybe a relationship. But I don't know, is there any difference?
So
Because the emotions, when you connect with people, their emotions are involved, or you don't give your all. Because now for you also to experience that, and for you to be able, as I said, there's some, science behind it.
Yeah, sure
so
thing.
if there's no commitment, I'm not giving my whole, then it means that I'm not going to feel that excitement. So it might be that contentment will not be there.
So like you're just doing it for the case. And what do you think it's healthy to our mental well-being?
What the situationship?
Situationship, yeah.
Okay, situationship. As I said, social connections are very important because I believe that even when you are in that situationship, you are connecting with someone.
Sure
yes?
thing.
And as I said, human beings, we are wired to do what? To connect with people.
Okay.
And when we connect, we share ideas. When we connect, we feel we belong. I won't say that it's okay for mental or it's not okay for mental well-being, but in terms of social connection, I'll say that is okay because again, you are connecting with someone. But again, I think in life, it's also good to know where you are going. Yeah, if I have a friend, I know that there are certain things that we are aligned with that friend, and I know we can be able to do this and that. When I'm in a romantic relationship, maybe I have a vision or a goal that this thing might actually end up in marriage or something else. But now situationship, is it going to leave me with anxiety or what will happen? In fact, I feel that when you're in a situationship, you might find yourself not securely attached. Maybe you might be anxiously or avoidant, and it might not be good in the long run for your mental well-being. And then maybe even in terms of time, because again, as I said, there's no commitment. So you can imagine if you're in a situationship for 5 years, we are not, time is really moving.
But you ought to find that with some people, they'd rather say that I'd rather be in a situationship, relationship, other than being in a commitment relationship. Because one of the major reasons that they do give is that I would want to be hurt.
Yes.
And maybe I think there might be reasons behind it.
And I totally agree with you. And in fact, it's actually one of the issues that I normally find in relationship, especially when people are in that space of dating. So people might decide that I just want to be in a situationship because of what? The previous experience that I had. I dated someone, I loved someone, I was in a romantic relationship, it was good, I had hopes. And then one day, the person decided to do what? To walk away. Yeah, because again, you see, when it comes to building love and building relationship, it takes the effort of two people. But when it comes to breakup, is it mutual? Most of the time. Most of the time you'll find that
just one person.
There's one person who was not prepared for that. And I'm imagining if I'm that person who was not prepared for that, in future, I'll just rather be in a situationship. So I think it will be important maybe when you find yourself in such situation where you feel like committing is becoming difficult, maybe you might need to seek help. Because remember, as I said, human beings, we are wired to connect. And sometimes we might find ourselves in a space where we feel stagnated in certain aspect of our life, and not just because we want it, it's because maybe there's something else that we are struggling with. Because again, we have to look at each case differently, because again, some people might be in that state because of various reasons, but for others it's because of the previous breakup that happened. They have not been healed, and then it comes with fear, and you find that now that fear becomes a prison for them. They can't move. Yeah, so I think for me, that's what I see. But again, I think it's good when people are in relationship where there are commitments. What do you think, Paul?
I think commitments is a very good way to go, because you get to learn different things in person other than the other person that you knew earlier. So you get that in different kinds of environments. How do this type of person get to react? This is what he or she does. This is what he or she do not do. Yeah. So I think situationship, I think it's a bit you'll get to, yes, there's no that hurt at the end. You might say that I don't want to be hurt. I want to be in a situationship relationship. But in the long run, what are you doing to your mental health? Because I see mental health is a very big or a crucial thing to a person. For you to be good, to do things right, to grow. Your mental well-being ought to be somewhere at a better place or good.
That's very true. And maybe just to also talk about something that is also very important when it comes to love, emotion, and also breakup and also healing, the issue of attachment. Attachment is very, very important. Two psychologists by the name John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, they did a lot of research on attachment style. And attachment normally starts, very early in life. And sometimes our primary attachment, that when I talk of primary attachment, is looking at how a child was attached to their caregivers and what have you. The primary attachment normally influence how we attach ourselves to future relationships, either friendship or romantic relationship. And it also influences the issues of breakup, how we deal with breakup. So for people who have had secure attachment in their romantic relationship, if a breakup happens, they can easily move on. That doesn't mean that they are not going to experience the pain, but you see, they were in a secure attachment where they are also autonomous. They also had boundaries, where they were also able to grow. So even the relationship ending, yes, there's a pain that will come with them, but they still have that autonomy within them. They'll still have a chance of respecting what the other person has done, what the other person has decided, maybe if this relationship is not going to end. On the other hand, people who are anxiously attached, you find that they are the ones who are going to do a lot in the relationship. Most of the time, maybe they are people pleaser. So you'll find that this is somebody who will want to call the other person 20 times. This is somebody who will want to just go out of their way to ensure that they are getting validation from the other person. So you find that if this relationship ends, there's a lot of emotional investment that they have put in it. And therefore, letting it go.
It's a very difficult situation.
Imagine a situation where you have invested a lot of money in something, and then you realize that it's not, that investment has just gone. So how will that breakup look like? Try to imagine, I don't know, how will the feelings look like?
I would say devastation.
Disappointment. Feeling devastated. And what have you. So, and that's why it's also important also to check on our attachment style. If we realize that we are always anxious, or maybe we are always avoiding having deeper connection with people, because again, that avoidance is also not safe. Sometimes even when the relationship ends, we might actually start regretting, blaming ourselves that maybe I wish I could have connected more with this person. But you see, there's something within me that makes me not to connect deeper with that person. And you find that now the breakup can also now bring about mixed emotion. Yeah, so you find that when it comes to the topic of love, loss, and healing, there are many factors that actually influence this. And that's why also personal awareness becomes very important when we have to fall in love, when we have to deal with breakup, very important. Yeah, so sometimes people, fall out of love, and you find that their life is not the same. Maybe their life changes, they look at the world differently. And that is not good, because again, we are in this life. There are many things that will come, and we need to try and see how we can be able to ensure that we put ourselves back to the equilibrium. Yeah, so welcome, Paul. I don't know if you have any experience or question.
Yeah, I would say one of my breakups was about there was not that consistent communication. Yeah, so I would say the one who was attached to wasn't that communicating very well. So like to me, I would see it like I was the one forcing communication from her. So you get, for myself, I detached myself moment by moment until everything turned up.
Yeah. And thank you for also bringing up that the issue of communication, very, very important. In fact, one of the most important aspects in relationship is communication. Communication is very important. Communication can either make a relationship or break a relationship. One of the relationship experts by the name Gottman was able to highlight 4 aspects of relationship that are very dangerous, 4 aspects, of communication that are very dangerous in communication, in relationship. Yeah? So 4 aspects of communication that are very dangerous in relationship. And those 4 aspects is defensiveness. We are having an issue. We need to resolve. And you're always defending what you have done. Like you are not owning up your action. You see, you're always saying, no, you're the one who made me to do this and that. You're always defensive. The other part is there's defensiveness, and then there's criticism. Yeah, maybe you are always criticizing your partner. How they look, and those kind of things. They're also not good. And then stonewalling, what you are saying, detaching. You find yourself now doing what? Detaching. And maybe the reason why you are detaching is because of how your partner does. Maybe they are criticizing you, or maybe they are not. So you find yourself doing what? Putting a stone, like you put a wall. So that is also not good in relationship. And then the last one is contempt. So all those aspects of communication are not good. But again, when we have open, when we nurture open communication in relationship, then it can help the relationship to grow. Because anything that you need to work on the relationship, it has to come through communication. If you want to set boundaries, then you need to communicate. If you need to share your emotional needs and what have you, if you need to share your expectation, then you need to do what? You need to communicate. And therefore, communication is very important. But at the same time, sometimes you might find yourself in a relationship with someone who is not very good in communication. But as a person, is it something that you can also help them to do, or maybe to just, maybe from where they are coming from? Communication has never been good. But again, they must also be willing to do what? To be helped. Yeah, because again, if I'm helping somebody and they are not willing, then it becomes very difficult. So communication is very key, even in building love.
Sure
Within the relationship. So it's something that you can nurture.
Okay, thank you for that. And just another thing else, I say, like, the moment people do have breakup, there is that anxiety, there is that fearness that comes. The moment you guys break things off, there is that fear, there is that anxiety. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, and thank you for that. Remember, I talked about there being a science behind love.
Okay.
Yeah, that when we love people, then, you know, the brain reward system is activated and we feel good. So now, breakup also activates something in our brain. You know, what is that? This is a stress. And some stress hormones are also activated. Yeah. So, and you find that now these stress hormones is what now might actually bring the anxiety and what have you. Yeah. So in this case, as you said, how do you deal with this anxiety and whatever depression or what comes, the emotions that comes with breakup? The first thing is that we first of all need to acknowledge that it's normal to feel anxious. It's normal to feel sad when a breakup happens, because sometimes we find that we want to push away that emotions, right? We don't want to feel it. So I think when we allow ourselves to experience it, because emotions are supposed to be experienced, just share that experience. And as you talk about what you're feeling, or maybe just to a friend, you can talk to your friend, you can talk to just someone that you trust, or maybe you can even talk to your therapist about what is going on. And the more you talk about that, the more that emotions does what? It comes out, and of course, now you also want to do what? To normalize what is happening. But again, you can also use some breathing techniques, relaxation techniques, and sometimes maybe instead of just focusing also on just the pain alone, just also focus on what you have also been able to become. Because remember, you can get out of a toxic relationship that was actually causing that. So just also trying to, tell yourself that at least for now, I have a chance to do what? To bring back my sanity. Because for some people, you find that, some of this relationship can cause a lot of mental problem. So just also looking at it, from the other side. So don't just focus on the negativity, because when we focus mostly on the negativity, that's when we find ourselves experiencing the strong feelings. But also try to look at the positive aspect. And when you do that, then it can really help in lowering those emotions. And of course, find also the support system where you can be able to share what you're going through. Yeah. So I hope I've answered.
Yeah, you have. Then another thing else, you'll find that some I know even a lot of a lot of our viewers have experienced or heard from their friends or from the, some of the people they know. You find that one gets into a toxic relationship. There's toxic relationship A, B, C, like it's kind of a bit of a pattern. So how do you know, or how do you know that the next relationship want to be toxic? Yeah, like what are the measures that you ought to have done? Yeah, something of that sort.
Yeah. And thank you for that. Yeah, because again, it's quite normal for people to find themselves in a space where they are moving from one toxic relationship to another toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that will actually make you feel that you are not in a healthy relationship, when you realize that emotionally you are not at balance. Yeah, emotionally you find that you are not at balance. Maybe this person is always withdrawing, so you are always anxious. Where are they? Or maybe this person is violent. Or maybe this person is abuses substances, and you're always concerned about their health, and maybe the abuse of substance is actually impacting how they interact with you. Maybe the person doesn't have respect for you as an individual. That is a toxic relationship, because I believe that someone who loves you, they need to respect you. They need to connect with you. But if someone is withdrawing, they are not really concerned about you, then you find that it's just a clear sign. And of course, there are also other indicators that you can be able to know that this is a toxic relationship. So the problem is, why will someone move from one relationship to another, from one toxic to another? Is sometimes we don't allow ourselves time to heal and also learn from what happened. Because again, sometimes we might be enabling certain behaviors in relationship, maybe positively. I might find myself in a space where I'm a people pleaser, maybe because I have issues with low self-esteem. I don't want this other person to see that. And now, because of certain deficit that I have, then you find that that maybe enable the other person to do or to treat me the way I'm being treated. But again, when you learn from the previous experience, then you can be able to know what are some of the things that you need to look for. Yeah, because again, if you are just moving from one relationship to another blindly, the likelihood of you, getting into the same situation again is quite high. Yeah? And that's why it's always good, take some time to heal. Don't just rush from one relationship to another, because that will really help, and it will also be good for your mental well-being. Otherwise you will find yourself having all this roller coaster of emotions. That might also impact other physical symptoms. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if you have any questions from our online viewers. We want to give you a chance to just also interact with us on this topic of love, loss, and healing. Any experience that we have gone through, any question? Yes. How do you heal from a heartbreak? Yeah. Someone is asking, how do you heal from a heartbreak? Let me say that healing is a process. And remember, heartbreak creates an emotional wound. And sometimes these emotional wounds are not very visible, and sometimes it can actually take some time to do that. So just as I mentioned, allow yourself to talk about your feelings. Allow yourself to release that. Just get a trusted friend, talk about what you're going through. You can even journal, what you are going through. So that at least as you do that, you are able to do what? To release the tension that is there. The other thing that you can actually do, try and also focus on your self-care. Because again, remember, heartbreak can actually put you in a space where you can even try and neglect certain aspect of your life. So try as much as possible, to also engage in self-care activities, take a walk, take a good meal, whatever that makes you feel good, whatever that is going to elevate your emotion. If you want to watch a movie, just try and do that. And, with time, you're going to realize that the emotions are going to balance out. But the most important thing, accept. And also try to release. Don't try to suppress it, because if you suppress it, it's going to work against you. Thank you.
What's the best gift for Valentine's in a romantic relationship?
Thank you so much for that question. What is the best gift for Valentine in a romantic relationship? Do you have a gift for?
I would say, in regards to the question, that's a very good question. Yeah. But you see, for when it comes to gifts to either to the females, it might differ because I think in the get to know period, that's the dating period, you get to know more about your partner and like what does she like, what does he like, yeah, and also to some point it just just like a surprise, like switch things a little bit high so that he or she knows that kumbe he or she is capable of doing this, yeah. Okay. But I think just be simple. Just be simple. Let the gift be simple. Yeah, don't complicate things.
Yeah, thank you. So I think you need to know your partner. You need to know what your partner likes. Like for me, if I like going out, maybe the best gift is taking me out. You know, because you might buy roses for me, and I don't like roses.
Don't like roses.
Yeah, so try as much as possible. Not what you feel, you know, you like, but again, just try and get your romantic partner something that you know they like, and you can surprise them.
Can you really be friends with your ex?
Yes. Can you really be friends with your ex? Yes, that is a good question. Yes, why should you be enemies? But again, if you're already in another romantic relationship, where are the boundaries? Now that's where the question comes in. Yes, so if you are in another committed relationship, then the boundaries have to be very clear. I don't want to be having my partner here and my ex is calling me at midnight.
Yeah,
then
sure thing.
That will break the relationship. So the boundaries have to be clear, right?
Yeah, sure thing.
Yes. Yeah, so you are not enemies. It's only that the romantic part of it did not work, but you're not enemies, but let the boundaries be clear.
Finding love, is that moving on too fast or I still need to take time to heal?
That's a very good question. After a heartbreak, finding love, is that a way of healing?
Is it too fast or do I still take time to heal?
Yeah. So after a breakup, you know, when you find love immediately, maybe you're just looking for someone to comfort you because of what you're going through at that particular moment.
And that's where situationship comes.
And that's where situationship, you know, as Paul said. And then it might even complicate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So before you realize there's a roller coaster of emotions.
Emotions, yeah.
Yeah. So take time to heal. I think that's what I'll say. It's okay to get into another relationship, but first of all, heal, so that you don't transfer the trauma of the previous relationship to this other one.
How do you know you have the right person?
Yes, how do you know you have the right person? Do you have a right person, Paul?
I think that's broader, but for you to get to know that you have a right person, it's you get to know like what are the reactions of this kind of a person to either to different kinds of environments. How does he or she do things? Like in an argument, like what is the outcome? How does he or she takes arguments? Yeah, like, and also how is this person to be loved? Like that that feeling of love, that mutual thing. Like how do you express it? How do you express it to someone? And how does he or she would love or would love the love thing to be expressed to him or she.
Okay, thank you. So I think I can summarize that with one word: alignment. Are you guys aligned? I'll summarize that. If we are not aligned, then, and this is in all aspects, whether it's values, spirituality, you know, alignment, that is the key word. Then I'll know that I have the right person.
Are rebounds emotionally harmful?
Yes?
Are rebounds
Mm.
emotionally harmful?
Are rebounds emotionally harmful? Okay, sometimes it can serve to, to help calm, or maybe not to, maybe deal with the reality. So I feel that it's always good to just also get into a space where you are able to deal with the real issues, not just trying to fantasize in something, but you have not dealt with the what? With the real
With the
thing.
real problem, yeah.
Yeah, because if the real thing has not been dealt with, it will just be good for a short while. But
What of the long term?
the long term, there might be a problem.
What are the early signs of an unhealthy relationship?
Yes, early signs of unhealthy relationship. Remember, I talked about, I said that if you want to know that you have the right person, there has to be alignment. Yeah, so early signs of unhealthy relationship, you start realizing some shift or maybe a change in behavior. This person was communicating, all of a sudden, they've just stopped. Yeah. So you will just find a deviation in what this person was. Yeah. Or maybe they were just occasional drinker, and then they have started drinking every day. Or, their lies, so there's no consistency in whatever that they are doing. And of course, the list continues, but the early signs, you'll just realize that there's some sort of deviation from how this person was. Yeah, so thank you so much, online viewers, for the questions. So if you still have more questions, feel free to add. We still have just a few minutes, and then we can be able to close this. Yes. Paul, do you have any parting shot, even as we wait for a few questions?
I'll just get to like for the questions that have been asked about rebounds, the situationship thing, like a person knows what kinds of emotion he or she is dealing with. Like when you're not at the right place, you always know that I'm not in that place. Yeah, so like just get yourself, analyze yourself, like make a habit of learning each and every day. Yeah, like what have I done today? What have I done wrong? How can I make up for them? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So what I can say is that relationship can work, but remember, it is work. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. Yes. So what am I doing? Yeah. For this relationship to grow, then I need to do something. Love can also grow, and also love can also do what? Die. So for the love to grow, then I need to do what? I need to commit. I need to, to give time. I need to communicate. Yeah, so some of these things, they are things that we can be able to work on. And remember, each relationship is different, is unique. Our experiences might be different. So some of us have been hurt in the course of finding love. And in case you're in that space and you need support, just reach out to us, HealthX Africa. You can call our toll-free number 0800 720 795, and you can be able to speak to a clinical psychologist. We have a clinical psychologist who are specialized in the area of relationship, because we know the topic of love can elicit different emotions. We have gone through different experiences. And if we feel that we are stuck, we are still hurting, then just know that, support is available. As I said, there's a high link between relationship and what? mental well-being, so that at least we can find ourselves in a space where we can be able to connect and have healthy relationship going forward. So thank you so much, and always check on our social media handles to check on the live podcast that we are having in future.
How do you get to open up to your partner to get to know you?
Yeah, thank you. I can see there's another question. How do you get to open up to your partner to know you? Yeah, so open, because again, it's also important when there's openness in relationship. Yeah, so if there's any fear, because again, if you're having trouble opening up, then it means that there's something within that relationship. So if there's an issue within that relationship, then try and seek support. Or maybe if it is about you, maybe you've had a previous experience of opening up and things did not work out well, maybe you need to deal with that. Because again, opening up should just come spontaneously. But now when you struggle, because for some people it can be a struggle. So the moment you realize that you struggle, it could be maybe something within that relationship or something within you. So try and maybe just speak to somebody, seek support, and then that will also help you to open up. Because when you open up also in a relationship, it will help your partner to know you better. It will also help your partner to even empathize with you. And maybe it could be something that you're struggling with, but by opening up to somebody, then you might find that you'll be able to get a solution. So if it is a struggle, kindly check if there's something in that relationship or within you, and then we can be able to support so that you can freely open up.
And
Like love at first sight.
Is there something like love at first sight? Yes, I've heard of such stories where people say that it was
when
love.
I first saw you, I was just in love with you.
Yeah. So what is this that attracted you to this person? Yes, it could be maybe the way I talk or the way I look. Yes, it can happen. But as I said, remember, love is something that you need to do what? To grow and to nurture. Yeah. So if you felt in love at first sight, so try and see if this is something that you can be able to do what? To nurture and grow. Because if it's not nurtured, then it will do what? It will die. Before now you can actually commit to it.
When do you know it's the right time to tell your partner you love them?
In terms of timing, I can't say that there's any specific time. You know, it can be 1 month in our dating.
It might be even the onset, like
Even the onset.
like what you get to do, like the little things that you get to do. And I think most men do appreciate the little things that you do for them. So that automatically shows the love. You're just doing explanation.
Yeah, and you need to verbalize it. Don't just show by action.
For some people, it's actions. For some people, it's verbal. So you ought to get to know your person or your partner more better, or much better.
Okay. So I can say that there is no like a standard time. Yeah. So let it just flow, and you don't have to think about it very hard. You know, if you love somebody, fungua roho, just let the person know what you're feeling. Yeah, so thank you so much, viewers, for following us. And as I said, if you need more support, kindly reach us on 0800 720 725, and our clinical psychologist will support you and give more information on the area of love, loss, and healing. Thank you for being with us, and see you.